Assalamu alaikum and good morning. If you're watching this video, that means the new resolution I've selected on my GoPro has worked. I've gone for a clearer resolution. I'm not tech savvy, so I'm still learning. I use a simple software to edit. Guys, this is our washing machine. It's a proper UK one. We have to put the clothes in here to store, otherwise if you put it in the basket, the crickets will come and eat it all up. Something I didn't know. So inshallah, once we've got all the different clothes, the darks and light colors, and we've got enough of each, we'll start washing. The washing machine's that big that we can't fill it up, us two people, especially that we're waiting for our cargo, which has 90% of our clothes in it. Come on, Myra, hurry up. Myra's always late. She's been cleaning, bless her cotton socks, she's been cleaning this, they call it farsh. It's a courtyard. She's been cleaning up herself, even though there's the little Pathan girls that come and clean up. She wants to do it herself. So today is shopping day. We're gonna go to CSD, local supermarket I guess, and buy some cleaning products and other essentials that we need, inshallah. So that green car there, that green carry, that's Wakent's very own bus service. So that's the bus shelter there. They've separated it for men only, women only and family only. And they used to have proper buses when I was younger, but I don't think it was feasible anymore. So now they've got these little carry that go in circles, and they're very efficient. They'll take you one place to another really quickly. They don't have that many stops. Well, they have a lot of stops, but they don't stop that much. They'll get you place to place really quickly for 60 rupees per person. We had a good experience of it, Myra. It's mainly women who use it as well. So for every one man, there'll be like 4 women in there. This washing powder here, apparently it's the best. I'm not sure. Surf XL. The larger the size, the cheaper it becomes apparently. So 2,075 rupees. That's what we paid for 4.5 kg. We still got loads left.
1,800.
Well, that's a 1 litre. This isn't 1 litre.
Oh, that was the one that we were getting.
Probably, yeah. Dettol 1 litre, 1,890. They don't have the original Dettol anymore. It comes in a spray bottle, but clearly that's not 1 litre, so they haven't updated the price. So we're gonna have to get the other Dettols that have a scent to them. So got this. These are all 1 litre, but they're much cheaper. Multi-purpose cleaner. Why are they cheaper? 790 rupees.
I really want this one now. I do really want that other one.
So where are you going to buy it from now? Should we try these at least? At least the Dettol, or should we try the local stuff?
No, we've got the local stuff. It stinks.
So Myra's saying the local sort of sanitizer. Dettol is just a sanitizer really. Has a really strong, weird citrus smell. She doesn't like that. So which one have you gone for?
I've just gone for this one.
What is it called? So she's just gone for this here. So this one's effective against COVID. This is 1.8 litre and it's only 1,200, which is much cheaper than the original Dettol, which comes in like the brown colour. So I'm not sure why it's so cheap. Let's hope it works just as well. Okay, Myra, now. Found her. Myra, should we get shampoo from here?
Let's get water and let's go.
So we've already started recycling carry bags here. We brought our own to the CSD. We're finally home now. They do charge for a bag about this size. It comes in like a fabric bag. They don't really do plastic bags in big stores. There's 10 rupees each, so we just take our own. So that's what we bought. And this rusk, Myra wanted to try. It reminds her of the KCB rusk you get in England. I think they call it Nafis now, but yeah, KCB, if you know, you know. But I don't know how nice they're going to be. This came to a total of 1,445. I paid by card, so they charge 1 rupee for a card payment, which is fine really. And that's 1,446. So it says, interesting video, brother. Are you able to explain step by step which course or qualification is needed to do the same job you are doing online to support your lifestyle? Now that's a very deep question, brother, because because things are up and down right now. Well, basically I did A levels in physics, maths and stuff like that, and they're the qualifications I've got. And whilst I was doing my A levels, I was also helping out at a tuition center near to where I was living in my area. And then I went to university, and then I opened businesses, and then I came back to tuition. I worked in my friend's tuition center for over a year, doing all the sciences, chemistry, biology, physics, and I didn't do any extra qualification, didn't do any extra type of teaching courses or anything. I learnt on the job, so I observed a few classes, and then I refreshed all of my notes and everything, and I made sure I looked through the topics for each subject before I taught them, and I had questions ready and stuff like that. And then I did that for over a year, and then I moved completely online. There was more demand for online at the time because of obviously COVID broke out, and everything went online anyway, so we had a lot of online demand, so I went completely online. And now that demand is kind of reduced a lot, so I had kids signed up before we came to Pakistan, and they are now doing the group sessions that schools offer and stuff like that. Tuition centers offer group sessions which are more cheaper than doing one-to-one sessions. I mean, we came in a bad time, didn't we, Myra, when fuel prices went up, the war in Ukraine happened, the Pakistani rupee had a crisis, the pound had a crisis, and is still going through a crisis. Even now the Pakistani rupee is at an all-time low, more or less. So we've come at a really quite unsettling time, and even Myra was saying, look, can we delay it for a year? But really we had everything in place to come here right now, and I thought if we could ride it through now during the difficult times, then when things get better, inshallah, it'll be much easier for us. That's what my thought was. And that's funding my lifestyle, and it's only funding my lifestyle because the pound rate is given such a good rupee. You know, I'm getting more rupees for my pound, and if I stick to local produce and local food and local products, it works out for me. If I'm going out and eating out at the American franchises, or if I'm traveling around in InDrive, even though InDrive is the cheapest method of transport here, I mean, there are other cheaper methods where you share a car and stuff like that, but InDrive is very cheap for a taxi service. Even that's costing a lot. So as long as we avoid these type of travels and we walk places, then it should be okay. Innit, Myra?
Yeah, I think what we're doing is we're keeping our daily budget low, and and then so we'll save, and then we want to, you know, every couple of weeks, every month, you know, every 6 weeks or whatever, go out and do something nice. And then splash out a little bit.
That's it.
And also I think with the whole recession situation going on, it was probably a good idea, even though I didn't want to come anymore. I think it probably was a good idea, because it just means that if we have less work, because my therapy work is expensive. Therapy is expensive, and so is tuition. Even though you don't charge as much as a qualified teacher does for tuition, it's still quite an expense. So for us, we can live off having fewer students or fewer clients now that we're in Pakistan, whereas in England we probably would have struggled.
It's true. Right now, one of my students is paying my weekly budget. So every day when I'm spending 1,000 rupees, that's coming for one student, and I'm offering discounts so that I can increase the number of students I've got, and it's also feasible for families that are struggling as well. So I can only do that because I'm living here in Pakistan. So I've taken on potentially 3 lessons a week that are on discount, a massive discount, and that's adding up to pay for our bills. And once we do receive our bills, we'll share them with you. I think quarterly, every 3 months, 3, 6, 9, 12, every 3 months we'll share our bills. It'll be much more accurate then. We'll be able to give like an average and stuff like that. I know somebody asked about rent for a flat like ours, 1-bedroom flat here. I mean, this is not a city like Islamabad, Karachi and Lahore is, but this area is quite
it's a sought after area.
It's a sought after area, and it's also quite populated as well. You don't really find vacant properties here, and even then it's about £80 per month. So really it doesn't make sense for us to live in England when my earnings is covering everything here, and literally I've only got 3 lessons a week right now, 1 at full pay and 2 at discounted rate. We don't know, even now we don't really know how much it's going to cost us to stay here. We're learning as we're going along. Some might say that's a bit silly, but you know what, we meticulously planned to the very little detail before we came to Pakistan. It took us 5 years to do all this planning and research, and a few months before we actually came here, the recession happened, the pound dropped, the rupee went crazy. People were talking about robbings, kidnappings, and people not being able to afford living, and homeless. The rate of homelessness is increasing. So we came at a time where we could not plan this. How much more time do we need to plan something, really? You can't make everything perfect. Even the petrol prices have increased here, just like they have in England. But what are we meant to do? Stay in England for another 5 years and plan even more? I'm currently on about £40 a week now, believe it or not. That's how much the recession in England is affecting me here in Pakistan. So whatever happens in England affects me as well, guys. So if one of the kids happens to be ill one week, I've kind of had it.
We'll be asking for £10.
Please send us money on PayPal. Please, I beg you. Myra, come on. Say a few words. Yeah. So I'm only earning £40 a week, but I'm still doing YouTube. I'm not that far off from 1,000 subscribers. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, at least I'll get a few bob here and there.
Isn't it pennies though?
I don't know.
From YouTube, we'll find out about that as well.
We'll find out about that. Obviously, we'll share that with everyone.
I guess it was risky. But
we're living with it
because we're living in family's property, so that helps a lot.
So this is my dad's flat. He's not charging me rent. I just have to cover my own bills. So it's easy in that sense.
Contribute towards renovation.
Yeah, we're contributing towards renovation because we want to do things that are unheard of around here, because everyone's got their own way of living, and we want hot taps, don't we? We want a hot shower like we did when we stayed in that Airbnb. Right, what else do you want to say?
What do I want to say? What was that?
What was the mosquito?
No, it was a big fat thing.
Anyways, guys, there's a big fat thing here. I will see you in the next one, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. How do you assalamu alaikum?
Walaikum salam. Assalamu alaikum.